Hey y'all, it's Micah Martin, and welcome to the first installment of Faith and. As I mentioned in my intro video, I'm starting a new study that looks at faith and how it interacts with various aspects of our lives so we can gain a better understanding of what it means and how to walk in it. You would think that I'd want to begin with evidence for the Christian faith, or maybe even look at 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 13, where faith is described as one of the greatest things in existence, alongside hope and love. But as I gathered my thoughts and looked at my notes and just really thought about it, a common thread emerged regarding faith, hope, and love. So I'd like to look at that today. So let's start our study with faith and action. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 2 and 3, we see Paul, Silas, and Timothy talking to the people at Thessalonica. And they say, "We always thank God for all of you and continually mention you in our prayers. We remember before our God and our Father your work produced by faith, and your labor prompted by love, and your endurance inspired by hope in the Lord Jesus Christ." Just like Paul does in 1 Corinthians chapter 13, he focuses on the pillars of our faith, hope, and love. And we see that another pillar also emerges alongside it. And that pillar is action. We see that love, in its true final form, encourages us to labor. And when we think about labor, we think about hard and difficult work. Sometimes work that you really wish you didn't have to do, but you consider it necessary to meet the goals that you have. Sometimes afterwards, you come out feeling sore, hurt, and exhausted, but your love reminds and persuades you to continue moving forward. Let's think about a pregnant woman. It's her love that encourages her to push through the pain and all of its difficulty, knowing that a greater reward is ahead. That is faith and love working together. In James chapter 2, verse 17, we see that faith without works is dead. Faith gives birth to our works when we really think about it. And when we think about faith, it's really kind of private, but it's our actions that bring our private faith into the public. It is not our words that show our faith. It is our actions. In Hebrews chapter 11, verse 8, it states that by faith, Abraham, when called to a place that he would later receive his inheritance, he obeyed and went, even though he did not know where he was going. Abraham didn't just believe, he acted. Let's take a look at James chapter 2, verse 14 through 20. It says, "What good is it, my brothers and sisters, if someone claims to have faith, but has no deeds? Can such faith save them? Suppose a brother or sister is without clothes or daily food. If one of you says to them, 'Go in peace, keep warm and be well fed,' but does nothing about their physical needs, what good is it? In the same way, faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead. But someone will say, 'You have faith, and I have deeds. Show me your faith without deeds, and I will show you my faith by my deeds.' You believe that there is one God? Good. Even the demons believe that and shudder. You foolish person, do you want evidence that faith without deeds is useless?" As I prepared my thoughts to go through this passage and unpack it, I realized there's a lot going on here. And I would like to invite you guys to put your thoughts in the comments. What do you think about this passage in James? But moving forward, while we do not know who James is speaking to when he says this, but it is presented as some sort of argument or disagreement. I think the key word here is show. So let's do a little word study. When I do this, I like to take a look at the King James Version and New American Standard, NIV, and NLT, and just see how the verse is rendered. And in each case, the word show is used. Then I like to take a look at a Bible dictionary or lexicon or concordance to see what does this word mean. And we see that the word show is best understood as present, or to make known, to show the meaning of, to explain or demonstrate for another. So it's clear from the James passage that we're talking about how to demonstrate faith in God, or how to present and explain what it means to have faith in God. So to wrap up, James illustrates that it's not good enough to speak kind words like go in peace, be warm, and be fed, but we must put our faith into action. If we do not put our faith into action, then our word of faith loses its true meaning. And there's no point in even continuing this study. So finally, James says in chapter 2, verse 22, you see that his faith and his actions were working together, and his faith was made complete by what he did. So I challenge you all today to ask the Lord how he wants you to demonstrate your faith. Not just as a way to look holier than someone else, but to actually be the hands and feet of Jesus and carry out the great commandment and the great commission. So if you enjoyed this talk today, I encourage you to like or subscribe to the video and stand by as we continue our study of faith and peace.